Can't tell. There we go.
Hey.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'. I'm Pamela Peck.
I'm Bill Peck.
Come on in, join us.
Join the fun. I gotta find it here. Come on.
You want to get it up on the computer too.
Yep, there we are.
Say hello when you come in. Tell us where you're from. We love to see how far people, how close and how far.
Wide.
That's right.
Say hello to my little friends.
Can you see if we're...
Got 6 people in.
Okay.
Hi, Jean. Orwig.
We got a few people coming. We'll wait just a minute here, and then we'll get ready for our
Kristen,
drawing.
Wilfredo Wenzel.
Hi, Kristen. Hi, Jean.
Kathy. And Jackie.
All right.
Debbie Lyons.
Yep.
From Houston, Texas.
That's our brand new Pearl.
Brand new Pearl. Woo-hoo!
Debbie, this is my husband. So, welcome everyone. We've got a jam-packed show tonight, actually. You know me, full of tips and tricks. And this was our card that we made last week on the show. And it is a, I don't know if you can see that. I got one comment last week that I need to stand up and, I can't tell though because the light's so bright if it shows, but it is a pop-up card.
Yeah. It's got the, I see the stitching.
Okay, good. Well, then you can see it. So, and I'm going to build on that this week. We're going to be doing a double pop-up card, but...
Double?
Yes.
Does that mean next week we're doing a triple?
No, we're not doing a triple next week. Should we do the drawing first?
Sure, let's go.
Okay. So, how you get into my drawing, and I want to say this is the second week in a row that we've broke a record on shares. I'm pretty excited about that, so thank you so much. If you share this video to your wall, your name gets put in here for drawing, and you can see it was a big week last week. So, I have put them in here, and I'm going to shake it up, and Bill likes to draw, so you draw 2 names out.
1, 2.
Okay.
Cindy Howard.
All right, Cindy. I have Cindy's address. So, Cindy, thank you so much for sharing my video. I will be sending you this card in the mail.
And Mary Delhi? Deal?
Is it Deal?
Deal?
Mary Deal?
Sorry if I slaughtered your name.
Or what were you saying?
Deal?
You were not. You said something else.
I don't know.
I think it's Deal, maybe. We're sorry if we're saying it wrong, Mary, but if you can get me your address, just message me right here on Piccadilly Stampin'. I will, with your mailing address, I will get this out into the mail for you. So, if you're new, like and follow us. We love it to get new followers.
We do.
This is kind of a busy one, Bill. There's a lot to do, so I kind of think I'll just start in if that's okay with you.
That's fine.
Unless there's any questions or anything?
Nope.
Okay. So, I've done a little bit of stuff ahead of time, but let me just bring this in. Right now, we have a stamp sale going on, and I bought this when this was a bundle pack last year. If you have not seen it, this is our Sweet Citrus stamp set. It is a 2-step stamp set for, I guess, the citrus part of it anyway, and it is extremely summery, don't you think?
It does look very summery.
I mean, it is fun. It says, thanks a bunch.
Summer-like.
Summer-like. You like that word better? Okay, summer-like. Sending you a big squeeze. Enjoy the sweeter things in life and have a zesty birthday, which I think is really cute. It is a photopolymer stamp set, so it's one of our clear stamps where I suggest that you have some sort of a, this was one from the Stamparatus, but some sort of a foam mat that you can press your image down. You do get a better image when you have something that you can kind of press the image down into. I'm just going to use this little one today. But this is on sale for 15% off. It's no longer in a bundle pack. The bundle pack is a little bit different in this one, and I've been wanting to demonstrate this for a while because you not only get the dies, which I have some of them ones in here, but you also get the embossing folder for it. And so we're gonna delve into that right away, but you can get the stamp set at 15% off. I'm also pairing it with our new Nested Essentials dies. I'm pretty sure that's the name of it. Nested Essentials dies. I love, of course, you guys know I love this shape. And for those of you who've been around watching me for a while, you probably know why. Not going to say that I have something similar that is retired, but I love it. So let's get into this. And we're going to be using this tonight. I want to start, where do I want to start? Let's start with some stamping. I'm going to do this just a hair different. This is kind of, now, you guys know I do simple, but this is a little bit more detailed than maybe my normal things. It just has more steps. It's not complicated. In fact, I plan on really making it uncomplicated. So when I'm starting to stamp the image, and it is the two-step stamping, when I am stamping these images, I want to set my embossing folder out, and I want to set my die cut out, because the thing that's really neat about this is this will stamp and die cut at the same time. Yes, you heard me correct. It will stamp and emboss at the same time. So I definitely want my stamped image to be this shape, so that when I put my paper in, and I may have to trim that paper down a little bit, or I may have to turn it and cut it down a little bit, so that I can get that right into my thing. In fact, let's just do that. That way I can use the other half for, I'm just gonna do that. How much do you think I need here? I'll do this. So we'll take a bit off here. We're going to save this because I'll be needing that. So this way my image will fit on here. Now I happen to have one of those. I need to do one of the, have you ever seen how you clean your ink pad and re-ink it? Well, I need to do that with my pumpkin pie. It has some crystallization. So what that is, it does not mean it's moldy or anything on here, and it's still usable, but it gets kind of like, if you don't use a color often enough and it's got a rich, sometimes red color in it, they'll crystallize, and it's still perfectly usable, but you have to clean it. That's for a whole nother video, and re-ink it. Now, I haven't done that, but I did before I realized it had started that. I had re-inked it. So now it's oversaturated. So I want to stamp off because I have a really oversaturated pumpkin pie ink pad. So I want to take off a generation of ink off of this. Have you ever heard of this, Bill? The Stampin' Off?
No, well, stamping off, yes.
Yes, but so it's pretty inky. So I'm going to take off one generation of that ink, and then I'm going to come back here and stamp it down, because I'm going to actually make a grapefruit. I've seen a lot of limes and a lot of lemons made with this, and a lot of oranges, but I want to make a grapefruit.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I think so. So give that a hard press. I don't want to rock it, but I want to give it a good hard press so that I get the maximum color. Now you can see that was tangerine, and this is more the color that I wanted, like kind of like a grapefruit where it's a little bit faded. So we'll set this aside, and I'm going to put my pumpkin pie away, and I will work on cleaning that at some point. Let's be honest, I've been needing to re-ink some, and then I over-ink one. So now the same thing goes into effect here. I want to match the next set up. So as you can see, this is going to go in the middle. Now I chose to do the Flirty Flamingo, which is kind of an orangey pink for the inside to make like the flesh part or the fruit part of the grapefruit. So I'm going to ink this up, and this should just be a regular pad because I use Flirty Flamingo often. I guess I don't use my pumpkin pie as much as I should. And I'm going to stand up just because, am I in the camera pretty good?
You are. Right
okay.
in the center.
Because I'm having a hard time seeing.
There's a glare.
There's a glare?
Well, off that light on your...
Do I need to adjust something?
Nope.
Okay. So this will be the center to my grapefruit. And give it a good press. There we go.
All the way to Australia.
All right. I want to be...
Ooh, that's cute.
You like that?
I do.
I'd love to visit Australia. I really, truly would. However, your big spiders scare me. That is the honest truth. I don't know. You got some man-eaters down there. And don't try to say they're little bitty things. Okay, so you see it fits right in here. Now this is raised and like a embossing folder, but it's this hard plastic that you can actually cut on. So here's what I do. Let's put the image over these 4 images because this is going to give this an embossed and raised look. And then let's lay this down here. And hopefully, nope. Let's try it again. Nope. Keep going.
Washi tape on it?
You can put washi tape on it. And that's actually what I did before, but I thought I was being like uber professional, like I can do this, but I know I can. I know I can. Here we go. Okay, maybe I can't. There we go. Got it. Okay. But you know what? Now I remember why I did the washi tape. So let's do it this way. It just works easier. So stick that washi tape on if you have it, or a Post-it note, something that's going to be resealable. Don't worry about it being perfect either. I'm going to come back to this because I'm going to move this stuff out of the way for a moment.
They get the big guy.
I do have to get the monster. Ooh. So, I'm right-handed, so I'll put it this way. So this is our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And on this machine, it's different when you're doing a 3D embossing folder. You want the base plate, and then that is the number 1, and then you want the number 4. This is for the 3D plates especially, instead of the regular embossing plates. So, and just an FYI, we do sell those additional plates if you are buying some of these things. Even if you have a big shot, it does work. Okay, so now I've got it lined up, and it was easier with the washi tape, Bill, so thank you. And I'm going to place this through. Now watch. Watch the magic happening. And Bill, can you hand me an envelope? It should be on the left-hand side underneath of, right here. Nope. Underneath the monitor.
Right here?
Please, yeah. Underneath of it. Underneath the nope. Yep.
Oh, I see one.
There you go. Nope, that's the wrong size. Go to the, like I said,
To the left.
the left. So look at these, you guys. I'm going to just pull these out here while he's grabbing a hold of that. Thank you. I appreciate that. I should have had that done ahead of time. So it cut it, and then look. Let me see if these show up. Can you see that it's embossed too?
It looks like it.
It's raised where all of the
Boy,
little...
that last half of the grapefruit really shows up.
Does it? Okay, it might be. Even this one is. I don't know if you can see it or not, but trust me, it's there. Okay, so we have that done. Now, while I have this out, I have decided in a last minute scheme plan, no, I had decided, I just forgot to get one, is I'm going to use this again to, on the back of my envelope, let's give a little detail on the back of this envelope. So you can look at this and you can see which direction that envelope fits in and what you like. And I think I actually want to try this side now. Yeah, see, because I'm getting more of the fruit in there. So once you get that in, the thing that's really nice about the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is that it's got a bigger well in here. So I can fit this through instead of this way. I can fit it through this way because it's got the 6-inch, over 6-inch actually. So how about if I put the top on?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you need that other piece.
Yeah, you're right.
The number 4.
The number 4. Now this plate is specially for these 3D embossing folders. So let's pull this out and look at the fabulous design on the back of the envelope for our card. Isn't that nice? And I think, does this show better?
Yes, it does.
Okay, and that's what's on these pieces also, is that raised. You can feel it. If you're, I'm very tactile that way. Let me get that off there. Okay, so this is sold separately, the dies and the embossing folder, but it is sold as a set.
And that's a hybrid.
That's a hybrid embossing folder, so I think that's really neat to show that to you, because you can do just the plain embossing, or you can cut out your pieces and run it through one time. Love it.
That's in the main catalog.
That is in the annual catalog. This is called the Sweet Citrus Hybrid Embossing Folder. Thanks for asking. Actually, I did mark the page in case people wanted to know. And you will find that on page 167. It's right here, Sweet Citrus. And then the stamp set that I'm using tonight to make these neat little citrus pieces is actually right here, Sweet Citrus. It's $23, but it's 15% off today only. So that ends at midnight Mountain Time. Okay, let's keep going.
Cindy says it's a very fun card.
It is.
Or not card, set.
Set, yes. Okay, so we've got that done. Now let me, since we're just kind of setting this up, I think maybe I'll just finish the stamping and then we'll go on to the next piece. So I have, from the Nested Labels, this is a piece of Flirty Flamingo and a piece of Basic White. And these are the two largest of the nesting. And I'm going to use this Basic White, and I am going to take, I love birthday cards. Have a zesty birthday. So I'm going to take the Memento Tuxedo Black ink, which is my favorite black ink of all times. Yes, it is. And I want to do this over to the right-hand side of my die cut and in the middle. So give it a good press. Have a zesty birthday. I think that's cute with that citrus. So I take it Cindy has this card made, or has this stamp set maybe. All right, and then I'm just...
Doesn't mean she can't win the one you're making.
That's true. Is this Cindy Howard? She won the one I made last week. So, welcome, Cindy. Thank you for sharing. I noticed like you shared like 6 times or something. Okay, let's see. I think, if I remember correctly, she's in North Dakota, isn't she?
She is.
Yeah. That's way up north from me now. We moved. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside. That's ready to go. And then I have a scrap piece here. Yeah, I think this is the one I cut off. Yeah, it is. And I want to... What did I do with the other stamp? Here. Is this it? This is it. Okay.
So
I'm going to go ahead and ink this one up in Memento 2. This says sending you a big squeeze, which I think is cute.
She thinks she needs a big squeeze. Izzy does.
Izzy always thinks she needs a big squeeze. I see you're having to hold her for her to, she's kind of restless. So I have this on here, and then I'm going to use some Daffodil Delight, and they have these like citrus blossoms here, and I'm just going to put a couple of there and a couple there, and we'll see. Let's grab the double oval punch, and I want to use the one that has a scalloped edge around it, and we're just going to center this in here. Okay, so now I've got my pieces
All over.
all over.
Flying all over the place.
Yeah, I'm a mess. What can I say? Okay, so again, it was Flirty Flamingo, Pumpkin Pie, and Daffodil Delight are the colors that I used. All right, so let's go on. I went ahead to save some time, and I ran through, this is in Granny Apple Green. There's a couple of dyes, which I love it when they include a couple of dyes for the same stamp so that you can run it through twice. I did this 3 times, but they're the exact same ones for the leaf image that is in that die cut set with that embossing folder. So we have all of our pieces set up, I believe. Now let's go for a little paper cutting. I decided that I wanted to use, I want to build on last week's. So, but I decided I was going to get some DSP. Now this is the La Shops Suite. But I didn't get this bundle, and this was from a paper share that I was in. This normally comes in a 12 by 12 pack, but I have participated in a paper share, and I thought that this yellow would be perfect for this. So this is cut at 6 by 12. If you don't know what a paper share is, message me. I'll tell you. I've been having great success with them.
Awesome opportunity.
It's a way for you to get a sample of all of the papers at 1/4 of the cost. So I'm going to go to 4 1/4, just like we did last week when we were doing this card. We did the outside. It was 4 1/4 by 11. So let's measure twice and cut once. So 4 1/4 here. Okay. And then I need to cut this down to 11 because this is at 12 inch. So we will layer this down to 11 inches. Okay, do not throw this. We're going to start off by taking this to 4 inches. And this, I think it served its life. We're going to say goodbye. And I'm going to cut this down to 1/2 inch. Now, when you get something that's tight like this, again, use your washi tape or even a Post-it note if you have a Post-it note. So I'm going to cut it down to 1/2 inch, and that I'm just going to place that on there. And now, since I can't touch that, I was able to cut that perfectly at my 1/2 inch piece. So I'm going to hold on to that because that's one of the things that we're going to use in our
cool trip.
Trip?
Tip.
Okay. I was like, what? All right. So, and I will put this back. Again, that was the La Shops, I think is how you say it. So this is going to be on the inside of my card, and before I lose it, I just want to take this little piece,
glue her down,
and I'm going to glue it down. Now you can have this at the top or the bottom or the side or wherever you want. I have chose to do mine at the bottom. I think it's going to add a little color on the inside because last time I had a softer color for the inside, but I'm doing vibrant citrus here, so we're going to go with Da 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 da. This is our Flirty Flamingo.
That is awesome.
Okay, so our Flirty Flamingo now is cut, and I will post this on my blog tomorrow. Will be cut at 4 by 10 3/4. So both measurements from last week's card are the same, but here's where things start to get different. So you've got a cutting tool that you've seen me use, this darker one, and you've got a scoring tool. And we're going to be using the scoring tool. So let's start with that DSP. And I want to score, and I made this really easy. Instead of giving you 7 different measurements on one thing, I decided I'm just going to flip things around to make it easy. So this is a gatefold card, right? So I'm just going to go 2 3/4, so measure twice. Gatefolds are really easy because it makes a gate. And then I'm going to flip it 2 3/4. That makes it the easiest. Instead of pulling that thing out, it'll be easy to remember. Okay, 2 3/4 and 2 3/4. So I've just got my score lines on there, or maybe you can see them better here. Okay, we'll fold that in. We'll fold this one in there, then you can see it. So it's like a gate. It opens like a gate. Okay, so now we have to do the same thing here, but this is cut at a little different measurement, so it needs to have a little bit of room. When you have these folding things, it needs to be just like even a 1/16 of an inch makes such a difference in the world. So that's exactly what I did. So since this is cut at 4, and I need to make sure I've got this cut in the right spot, or did I? This should be cut at 4. Glad I double checked, huh? One second for me to catch up. So 4 by, now I need to double check, by 10 3/4. So, well, I did the 10 3/4, I just didn't cut it down to 4. So that's going to give just a little border of that paper. Now coming back to the scoring, I'm going to score this at 2 11/16. It will make a difference. I did this a couple of times. And believe you me, I had a lot of help on getting the math with this thing. I had to math this. So a 1/16, and if you don't know, there is, if you're not good with your 1/8 and 1/16, it is very simple, but I wasn't good when I first started this, and there are different things on the internet that can kind of help you. Now, for those of you who use metric system, I can't help you there because I don't use metrics, but for the imperial system, the United States folks, so you want to go 1 2 3 4. So here is 4. A 1/4 of an inch is 4/16, just so you know. 8 9 10 11. So did you see that? Okay, well, some people don't know. I didn't. Okay, so I better measure it again, because the minute I don't. 2 4 8 9 10 11. 11/16. They won't forget that measurement as many times as I measured it. If this comes out wrong, I'm going to scream. And then just do the same thing again. 2 4 8 9 10 11. Okay, well, let me stop a minute. We're going to do more with this, but let's come in here, and now let's burnish this down with our bone folder that we have it in place. Are there any questions so far?
Nope.
Okay, they're just intently watching.
Measure twice, cut once.
Exactly. Exactly. Measure twice. Okay, so I'm still getting that gatefold, right? Like we have with this one. But now I have not only a border on this, I'm also going to get hold on really quick. This is going to give me, when this is nestled in here, This is not only going to give me that border, but it's going to give me room for this upper level to kind of wrap around that. The best part is on this card, I did a double check. I weighed it and I measured it. This will fly on one stamp. Wait, I know. That's a big deal since our postage went up again. Okay, so now come back to your trimmer. I don't care which side you start. I love our trimmer for more than one reason, but I like that you have a little bit of a measurement on this side. I wanted to make this is my own layout, so I wanted to come up with measurements that would be very easy to remember. So there's a 1-inch mark here, and we're going to start off on the 1-inch mark, and I want my cutting tool now, the dark one. Excuse you.
Sorry.
No, are you okay? So that 1 inch is lined up over here. And then I want to go to 1 1/4 on this one. So this one's a little different than the last one. So 1 1/4. I just cut down to where it says 1 1/4 on the guide strip. Okay. And then while it's still here, I want to move this. See how the end, this is 1 1/2. It goes 1 1/2 this direction. And I figured that would be the easiest way to line everything up. So we're just going to go to 1 1/2. Now the last one I did about 1 inch thick. This one I'm going to do at 1/2 inch thick. So we're going to cut that again to 1 1/4. So bring it down till it meets that mark. And you can always, if you need to flag it so you know where you're at, you can always do that. Okay, so I'm going to lift this up. You see the 2 lines there? Now flip it. Don't flip it over, just flip it. We're going to go to 1 again. So move that all the way up to the top. Come down to 1 1/4. Easy enough. Move that up to the top. Bring this out to the end, which is 1 1/2 if anyone's wanting that measurement. And again, come down to 1 1/4. So this trimmer I've used a lot. This one's my favorite one. I have been using that same trimmer blade for 2 months now with all my classes. Okay, so once I have this like this, the cut marks on each side, you can see they're staggered. One's up high, one's down low. Just come in and fold that over, fold it back so it folds on both sides. Do the same thing to this. Fold it over, fold it back. Okay, now when you open this up, now you have 2 of these for the inside of your card pop-ups. So like here we had the one, and it had, I needed a thicker base on this one, so it had a 1 inch base on this. But this one has a thinner because we're going to do smaller designs because there's less writing room. So this one could be, again, considered one of my love notes. But now you've got 2 come in each direction. Perfect, right? What do they think?
They're loving it.
Good. So now we need to attach it in here. Now this one is a little different than the last one. The last one was just one side and then you attach the other one. This one we're going to do it again, but we're going to attach it in 3 different repetitions. So starting with the back side, using the liquid glue, my favorite just because it allows you to wiggle around on your project, plus it holds up to humidity. Come around, but as you notice, I'm not gluing the places that I cut into. Glue around that. Okay, starting with just the back. Now this gives me a moment or 2 to kind of wiggle this around and get this into place. I'm not worried about the ends because you can cut ends down if you need to. I'm worried about getting just this middle part centered in and stuck down. Okay, now folding this side, we're going to do the same thing. and then fold it over. Give it a good press. Now that's nice and open. Making sure that is folded before you start is easier, and then fold.
People are gonna try the card.
I hope so. My whole point bringing this to you guys is I love to teach. I'm not saying I'm good at it, but I do love to teach. Okay, so here we go. Ta-da! So now we've got a double, it's a gatefold double pop-up card compared to last week's, which was just a pop-up card. Okay? Gatefold, because that's the gatefold that I use, double pop-up card. So much fun. Now, I am going to give this a good burnish here now on each of the sides. So now we've got everything ready to go to decorate. Oh, where to begin? Where to begin? Okay, let's start with, let's put in, now this is 2x4, this basic white, and then of course this piece I had cut off as a 1/2 inch. I call these my love notes because they're just a small place to write a little something, you know, thinking of you, hope you have a great day. The other thing that I like about this particular card and this set is the zesty thing can be very good for male or female. So it's just kind of a gender neutral thing. And also age. Unless you are my cousin who doesn't like fruit, apparently. I found out tonight. I love fruit. I eat fruit all the time. Okay, so let's start there. This will be the writing spot. And let's see, how do we want to decorate this? We've got all these beautiful pieces now. Let's take this piece and I'm going to grab a mini glue dot and I will just put, whoops, I put it on the wrong side. We'll save this. So here, when you make a mistake like this, the silicone mat is perfect. I want to put that on the front, not on the back, because I want this to go behind my grapefruit slice. So let's put that here. And then I'm really getting down there on mini glue dots, Bill. I mean,
you probably have more somewhere in this room.
I'm sure. Okay, so I'm going to put, where do I want this to hang out? I'm going to have him live right about here. So I'm going to put a couple of these on here. You could also use the green glue that I'm so fond of, but just for time's sake, I can put this on so much quicker. So I'll put that on there. Now make sure when you're doing it that you stick it on and you're leaving room so that can fold down, okay? But I don't want any of the glue on the back because I don't want it to stick to it. Got that? And I'll throw this away. How many of these do I have left on this roll? And let's take the sending you a big squeeze. This is the inside of the card, so I'll stick this. I'm hoping I don't run out. And I'm going to stick this one here so that when the inside of my card opens,
it pops up.
Sending you a big squeeze. Isn't that cute? It's so stinking adorable. All right. So now this is going to be my label on the top. Now I only need it to be from the point here glued over. So this I will use some of my glue, my liquid glue. No questions at all?
No, I'm not.
You guys just...
They're loving it.
Just listening? Okay.
About 10 of them are gonna
Case it?
Yeah.
Good deal. I want you to. That's why I do this. I absolutely 100% want casing. So the way to make this so that this ships is I'm not going to pop anything up. I am just gonna look at this and glue it down. Now each one of these comes out a little bit different, but I think I'm going to make this one pretty much the same as my other one. So I'll have this up here, and then I'm gonna just glue these down so that can go there. And I think what I should do is take this one that I already have the glue dot on, and I can stick that behind, and if I want to, I can bend these up a little bit. And then maybe what I'll do is grab another one here on this, and we'll just stuff this right behind here a little bit, like so, and we'll kind of bend that one up. And then on this one, let's have this fruit kind of coming out like that. You know what I just thought of?
What?
I want to do something else.
Uh-oh.
No, it's okay, it's okay. I'm gonna take my, I'm gonna clean this off because I had stamped on here the little floral image, and I am going to take the Flirty Flamingo, and I think I'm going to add right up here, just for a little background stamping and a little bit of character on the inside. I think I'm going to do that because I have an idea. Okay, so I've got this on here. Let's add, this is the Ribbon Duo Combo Pack, and they have, I think that this is Lemon Lime Twist, but it goes very well. It matches very well with the Granny Apple Green here. I may have to do a little more. And I'm going to make, this is a 1/8 inch ribbon. It does have some white stitching in it. And I'm just going to make a little bow. Do you see how I fold it over and then tuck that? That's how I get that nice bow. I say it and then I screw it up, right? But actually I didn't. I just need to straighten it a little. I just want a teeny tiny little bow, like so. Look, I am going to be able to get through this with my glue dots. I think this might be the last one. It was. Seriously, can't get any better than that, right? Secretly, I planned this. No, I'm kidding. I didn't. Okay, so we're going to cut that off. And then let's add this right down here. There we go. And so that can get thrown away. So again, this was our Ribbon Duo Combo Pack. And I think this is the Lemon Lime Twist. I think it comes with that. And then this one is the Petal Pink. But I just added that on there. And then my absolute, I love these. Right now I'm really obsessing on the pastel adhesive back sequins, but any of our adhesive back sequins. So they come in 2 different sizes. And on this, I'm going to take the Take Your Pick tool. I'm going to use both sides. So here's exactly what I was thinking. I'm going to take this, and we're going to do a little decorating right on the inside. Right here. So share this video because these are what next week I'm going to be giving away. So that added just a little glitz on the inside. And then on the outside,
The label dies, what are they called?
the Nested Essential Label dies. Yes, those are magnificent. So I think I'm just going to put a large one there and a small one right beside it. Now they say to do odd colors. This is kind of the pink color, but it's really pulling out that flirty flamingo color. And then I'm going to do another one kind of right on here. And let's do one. Isn't it? Are you liking it? Is that why you said that, or did someone say that?
Did.
Oh, thank you. I like it. Okay, so this is the Take Your Pick tool. Love it. All right, so let's just take a look at this. Have a zesty birthday. Sending you a big squeeze. And with that gatefold, I think that is the perfect. It looks like a hug right there, doesn't it? And it's really sunshiny and bright. I just love that. It's a little love note. It wouldn't have to say have a zesty birthday. You could have this be for anything. I think this would be good for even graduation. You know, that's in the summertime. Well, May, kind of springy, I guess. But just a thank you. It could be for all sorts of things. I do like it for the birthday. I like the zesty birthday.
Well,
what?
Margot says she needs more supplies, so it is on sale.
It is on sale right now. Yeah, it is. It's 15% off for the stamp set. If you are interested in purchasing any of these items that I've shown tonight, definitely, and I have another one here, because this will be for next week's giveaway. Oh, I just think it's so cute. Oh, love it. Anyway, it does mail on one stamp. If you are interested in purchasing any of these things, you can find them on my website. So right now on Piccadilly Stampin', you can click on my Facebook wall here and you will be able to purchase them off of the link that says shop now. I think it's a blue button. Boy, I haven't looked in a long time. Let me go into some announcements because there are some good deals. There's a lot more than just the 15% off. First of all, we had a clearance rack refresh, which is always a deep discount. I know that they have dies and stamp sets, which is pretty unusual. They never used to put stamp sets on the clearance rack. That has been a long time policy, and this is like the second time I've seen them do that. We have the 24-hour sale. So tonight, midnight Mountain Time. So I'm in Central Time Zone. That's 1 a.m. my time. Mountain obviously is midnight, and 2 a.m. Eastern, and
Pacific would be 11.
no, it would be, would it? Yeah.
11.
Okay, yeah, it would. So, so that this sale just goes through tonight, and that is a great deal on that. You can also, for every $50 that you spend, you actually, oh, you know what? I forgot to add it with the envelope. That really ties it in, don't you think? You can also redeem for every $50 purchase a $5 Stampin' Up! Coupon that you can use on your next purchase in August, which 5 off of 50 is 10%. So that's an additional 10% savings for next month. I have some of my own specials. I have a summer sampler pack. What that means is you can earn a sample pack of DSP, and actually this is one of the DSPs that are in my sample pack, but for an $80 purchase, you would still earn your 15% off on your stamp set. You would still earn the $5 off from Stampin' Up! The coupon. Now you would earn a sampler pack from me. If you do a $100 purchase, then you earn 2 $5 coupons, so it's $10 off next month's purchase. You would still earn the sampler pack from me, but then you would also earn a package of embellishments that I have. And right now, let me see what I have right on hand. I have a few of these left. I think I have 4 of these left, and these are the 2022-2024 in color pearls. So those will probably go out
but
first.
For $5 more, they can get 3 rewards.
Oh, that's right. Yes, for every $35 purchase with me, you get a perks reward. So if you were to do $105, you'd get 3 perks rewards, which is about a 10% savings in the long run. All of this, of course, is before shipping and tax. But you would get a sampler pack, 3 perks rewards, a DSP, and 2 coupons. So there's quite a few things. Our online exclusives are still there. We still have the Christmas in July stuff going on. And so you can check that on the online store. And of course, then there's some additional savings in our clearance rack. So I appreciate you guys letting us join you, do a little bit of showing you how to do some fun stamping on Wednesday nights. I will be back here on Wednesday night. Do I have a parfait this week?
You might. You should.
I will know. I will post tomorrow morning if there is a parfait on Friday this week. So a parfait is just one of my quick cards that I do Friday at 4 p.m. Central Time. So you can join me then. But for sure, I'll be back next Wednesday doing a giveaway for these beautiful cards. So any questions or anything that you saw?
No, we answered them.
Okay. All right. You guys take care. Have a wonderful evening, and I will for sure see you next week, Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.